Hello, welcome to Long Form 1. Long Form 1's theme form is Defense Offense. This form is going to teach us how to transition from neutral bow to forward bow. We showcase which form we are doing, as you can see here, and it's done on the right side first. From the horse stance, we are going to execute a right neutral bow along with a right hammering inward block due to the point of origin. From the right hammering inward block, we are now going to transition to a right forward bow, executing a horizontal punch with our left arm. We then transition into a cat thrusting inward block with the right, while sliding back with our right leg. We now go into a left neutral bow, thrusting inward block, and a right horizontal punch. Going back to the cat stance. The cat stance with the thrusting inward block is an insert that follows along with our equation formula. You will see the cat stance and inward block in the upcoming form. The next step is facing 9 o'clock while executing a right inward block double factor with the outward vertical block. This gives us the reset so we can strike with the right arm and gain the opposing forces with our punch and chamber position. As we step back, we once again double factor with our left to right, outward block, vertical, and execute our horizontal punch with our right forward bow. The next step is really important as we cut to the corner. This puts us in what we call, in Kenpo zones, the zone of sanctuary. We are stepping to the corner away from our attacker, but we are also putting ourselves in a safety zone while hitting our 45-degree angle. This gives us the ability to look over the shoulder and avoid an incoming strike. From the elbow as we chamber, also keep in mind the footwork while shifting from reverse bow to neutral bow to forward bow is in many upcoming forms that you will see. Short form 3, for example, with the crashing wings portion. This footwork is mirrored in a lot of upcoming forms. Now, as we continue from this point, we execute the elbow, we drop, and we pivot to our neutral bow while we pivot to our forward bow. From here, we execute a left inward block followed with a right upward block and horizontal punch with our left arm. The next step is going from our cat stance, which is right with right arm, is in our completion category in our upcoming forms. And short form 1, we had left to right. Now we have right with right. And the upcoming forms, there are more completion categories with the leg that steps together with the downward block. The cat stance is also a preview to upcoming attractions that short form 2 will introduce, teaching you safely how to step towards your opponent. From your left horizontal punch, you execute a double factor inside palm up block with the downward block along with the horizontal punch in the forward bow. From the forward bow, you shift into a neutral bow, executing a left thrusting inward block. A right thrusting inward block follows a left. You slide back with your left leg while executing the right, left, right inward thrusting block. Next, while you pivot towards 9 o'clock, you start to execute your vertical outward blocks. Notice how I rotate my back shoulder forward when I block with my rear arm. So I'm rotating the upper body, which is the upper body isolation rotation, which you will see also in the next upcoming forms. We once again do the same with our upper blocks. We always rotate our back shoulder so we can align ourselves to be able to block with comfortable movement. From here, this also gives us the ability to learn how to use our back arm to block and using forward and reverse motion. This teaches us that if one arm is occupied, we can use the rear arm to block with. Now, when using our threes, we are now from left to right using inside palm down blocks. We convert over to inside palm up blocks. These are isolations that you will later on see in long form 2 with stance changes. From here, our left right push down blocks and then our horizontal punches that create a 180-degree motion of where you're striking. And this is teaching us corners as well, which is the upcoming attractions of long form 2 and short form 2. The threes were to represent repetition movement. 2 wasn't enough. In threes, you were able to work both sides and get the timing down as well. Notice how these are going from horizontal to vertical lines. For the inside palm down blocks, you will cross over the center line. For the inside palm up blocks, you stop them at the center. These two blocks have unique definitions to their blocks, as the push down blocks start from the chest up straight down. From here, you execute 2 horizontal punches to 12, 2 to the corners to the 45s, and 2 to the sides as you end with the vertical uppercuts. From here, the final punch lands in your hand, you close out, and bow courtesy to end your form.